Hi, and welcome to the on-demand information session with the University of Mary Washington. I'm Sarah Lindberg, Associate Director for Admissions at Mary Wash and proud class of 2008 alum. Today, we're going to focus on the admissions process in our information session. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First and foremost, I want you to know that each of our admissions counselors at Mary Wash have a specific territory of students that they work with, meaning it may be a part region of Virginia or a state outside of Virginia that they're working with. But what it truly means is that there will be an individual that you can reach out to and connect with to ask your questions. They will be the individuals that review your application and bring it to the admissions committee. They will be looking and they want you to know that there is no rigid formula. So it's not A plus B equals admission, C plus D equals deny. We review each student individually within the context of their high school, and we consider all factors in the application process. But some of those factors are more important than others. So what are those important factors? First and foremost, we want to make sure that you have challenged yourself throughout high school. So honors, AP, IB, dual enrollment courses. How have you progressively challenged yourself throughout your 4 years of high school? We know not all students will take 14 AP classes or a full IB diploma candidate or be a full IB diploma candidate, and that is quite all right. And those of you that are, that's awesome. And we welcome your applications as well. But the key here is to continue to challenge yourself and take more than just English and government that senior year. We're also going to be looking for a strong academic performance, A's and B's in the classroom. How you do day to day academically is really going to be important for us to see. Our average weighted GPA of an admitted student last year was about a 3.7. Please hear me when I say that the University of Mary Washington is a test choice school or test optional, meaning we do not need your test scores in the application process. There is a question on the application that asks if you intend to apply test choice. If you do not have test scores or wish that the admissions committee won't see them, go ahead and say yes to that question. It's very important that you do so. If you have testing and you want the admissions committee to see those scores, you can see our average middle 50% averages right there on the screen for you. Another important factor in the application process for you will be the essay or personal statement. This is truly a way for the admissions committee to get to know you a little bit better than just seeing your transcripts and your scores, if you choose to submit them, right? So tell us something that we wouldn't have already seen within those documents. Your extracurricular activities and special talents are going to be important for us as well. We want to know how you're spending your day outside of going to school. For some of you, that's athletics, others, that's theater or music, part-time jobs, community service, or family responsibilities. Those are all important things that make you who you are, and we want to know them in the application process. So tell us about that in the section on the application. 1 to 2 letters of recommendation are what we're going to encourage you to submit. If you have that third person and are really eager for them to provide a different perspective, you can submit that third letter of recommendation, but we don't need 5, 6, 7, 8 letters of recommendation in the application process. Really try to keep it to that 1 to 2, 3 if you really have that third perspective that you think is going to be important. And then the last piece is through demonstrated interest. How do you demonstrate interest with the University of Mary Washington? Well, you connect with us. You participate in our live virtual events. You possibly would come in person for a campus visit. You connect with your admissions counselor via text message, email, or phone call, and really engage in our process. Another way you can demonstrate interest and also provide additional information in your application process is to go ahead and interview for our Taking Flight Scholarship. This interview is 20 minutes of your time. You will sit and have a conversation with your admissions counselor. So we have additional information to provide the admissions committee. And after spending that 20 minutes with us, you'll be considered for an additional $1,000 to $2,000 scholarship for your freshman year. Who wouldn't like that? So go ahead and do that Taking Flight interview. For those of you that are seniors, you have until February 1st to get that interview in. So let's talk a little bit about those application filing dates. What are we going to be looking at? The University of Mary Washington offers 3 different types of application filing dates for first-year students. Early decision is going to be that binding agreement. So really making that 100% commitment to the University of Mary Washington saying, yes, I want to be there. If we are the top choice school for you and nowhere else will meet your qualifications for what you're looking for in a college, you can go ahead and apply early decision. Early action is for students that are really interested in the university, but they still want to be able to apply to other colleges and universities, and that's okay too. You'll then gather all of your offers of admission and then decide which school fits best for you. Regular decision is just that. It's a little bit later in the process. You get to have some time to explore and decide, and those applications are due a little bit later on. For our transfer students joining, we do offer 3 different application filing dates that you see there for each term, so spring, summer, and fall. There are 2 applications to apply to the University of Mary Washington that you can choose from. So the first is going to be the UMW application that you can find on our website, and you can submit that one for free. The other application is the common application. Some of you might find this a better choice for you because you've already started or are applying to other common application schools. Go ahead and work on that application. We have no preference one or the other. But if you're applying with the common application, please feel free to use the fee waiver UMW 54 to waive that $50 application fee. Let's take a quick look at tuition and fees for the current academic year. So you'll notice that there is a difference for Virginia residents versus non-Virginia residents. As a public school in the Commonwealth of Virginia, we do discount tuition for those students that are coming from Virginia itself. No matter when you apply, as long as it's by our filing dates, you will be considered for merit-based scholarships in the application process. I provided a link on the slide so that you can go ahead and take a look at those different charts. Whether you're applying with test scores or without test scores, you will be reviewed for merit-based scholarships. They range between $1,000 and $9,000 per year. They're going to be based, if you are applying with test scores, they're going to be based on your cumulative GPA and your SAT or ACT scores. And if you are applying without test scores, they're going to be based on your cumulative GPA and the rigor of your curriculum. So all of those AP, honors, dual enrollment, IB classes that I mentioned earlier. We encourage all students to complete the FAFSA form, the free application for federal student aid, available October 1st, and the priority filing date to be considered for all need-based aid at the University of Mary Washington is February 1st. So October 1st, apply no later than February 1. We want to invite you to connect with us in different ways. So you can follow us on Facebook at the University of Mary Washington. You can follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Mary Wash. But most importantly, we want to make sure that you know that you have the ability to be a part of our Mary Washington community. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about Mary Washington, go ahead and go to our umw.edu/visit page, where you can look at our virtual tour, our video tour, and our video view books on demand. There you can also sign up for a live virtual event or our in-person offerings as well. And if you have any questions, you can always email us at admit@umw.edu or call us at 540-654-2000. Thanks for joining me today, guys.